Sup everybody? Hope all y'all are doing undeniably fan-freaking-tastic out there. And I also hope you viewers are doing a little bit plus ultra as well, because today I get to roast My Hero Academia. Now listen up, class. Today I'm going to try to educate you on why My Hero Academia has become so roastable despite it being my favorite anime. Alright. Now, when roasting the school, I think it's best to start dissing the faculty and staff first. After all, they're the ones in charge, right? Everyone's got to fall in line behind all the pro heroes. Pro heroes like Endeavor.
You got fire coming out of the post, fire shooting out of your ass, you got fire coming out of everywhere.
So I got a few questions. For starters, this man has fire for hair and fire for a mustache. I'm just wondering, does the carpet match the drapes? Look, he lives a life of fire, and his wife lived a life of ice. And I bet you that on occasional nights, they were making tornadoes in the bedroom. Now look, I know it's easy to say that Endeavor is a bad dad and everything, but come on. At least he's there. At least Endeavor is still better than Deku's dad, and if you ever find him, you can tell him for yourself. Alright, next up, Midnight. Look, this woman is such a tryhard. She's really out here calling herself the rated R hero as her gimmick, knowing full well her vigilante's look would have ended up illegal, and we really trusting this lady around Myers?
I feel so turned on right now.
Look, if anything, I think Mirko is actually a bigger freak than Midnight. I mean, think about it. She's got that toned body, she's very, very fearless, with those rabbit ears, and look, you know that she is a part-time Playboy bunny when she's not doing hero work. Also, when she's not doing hero work, I hear that she's actually selling feet pics online because, oh, a rabbit's foot is supposed to be lucky. But what's up with all the animal-themed heroes on this series? Alright, let's see here. You got a rabbit hero, Mirko, but then you got a frog girl named Froppy who's probably texting Kermit behind Miss Piggy's back. Let's see here. You got Spinner who's ready to wreck your car, then save you 15% or more on insurance. I can't trust Shishido because he stays lying all the time. Tokiyami's got an actual bird head. The police force has both a dog and a cat working for them. And above all else, you got Coda Doolittle out there talking to animals. And look, I thought I was watching an anime, not National Geographic's extreme animation. So now let me address All Might. That's right, All Might. This was the poster boy for all things quirk related. But this man went from looking like a buff Lex Luger and retired looking like an anorexic Kevin Nash. Big Daddy Cool really ended up turning into Big Daddy Peace. You know he's going to tear your quad next time he tries to go plus ultra. Alright, now I can start addressing some of you students out there. I'm going to start with you, Mina Ishido. Yeah, you, Pinky. I'm talking to you. Look like the great-granddaughter of was that kangaroo from Zoobly Zoo. You are really a Pepto-Bismol bottle made flesh. Alright, Denki Kaminari. I think I gotta stand in line with all the other anime fans who roasted Denki by calling him Pikachu. But if he eats, well, I guess Pikachu's. What does he wear on his feet? Oh, Pikachu's. Look, I bet this is the only student who doesn't have to worry about a power bill. He could just plug a USB cord into his ear and then charge his phone that way. Now, Shota Todoroki. What can I say about Shoto that wasn't already said about a Katy Perry song? Yeah, blah, 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 blah. He's high in your cold, yes, you know, whatever. Shota had my favorite quirk, though. But his personality was drier than Aizawa's sense of humor. And that's saying something because I think I actually did hear Aizawa laugh at least once.
Why is she sending them to me?
To my understanding, I don't think Shoto has ever laughed with willing audio. I'm not even trying to address the Mr. Smiley thing, but I bet Shoto doesn't even get dandruff. He has snow on one side of his hair and he has embers on the other. So now I gotta talk about Momo Yayorozu. Hopefully I'm saying that name right. Look, her quirk lets her create anything. But she also has a reputation of being rich. And I'm not going to pretend that those things aren't related. Alright, look, I'd be rich too if I found a way to print money out of my chest. And look, even if she's not out here counterfeiting dollar bills, I know she can at least find a way to make her own gold objects and just go take that to the pawn shop or something. Alright, so now I gotta circle back around to Tokoyami right quick. I get why Tokoyami is so gothic and brooding. Dark Shadow follows him around everywhere. Look, if my shadow judged me every time I tried to take a bowel movement, then yeah, I'd feel a little bit dead inside too. And look, the other day, I heard that somebody tried tossing bird feed at Tokoyami's feet, and they just expected him to eat it. I mean, look, if somebody tried throwing a burger at me, I mean, yeah, I'd eat it, free food, but it's the concept. You hand me that burger, you don't throw it at me. Alright, so now I need to address Minoru Mineta. And this may be the section of my roast where it actually becomes an anti-roast. And what that means is I'm actually going to be having to compliment Mineta, but also roast everyone else by default. Alright? Because I get it. Roasting Mineta is so easy to do. But I'm different. I'm unique. I'm taking a different road to do this. Alright? Now hear me out. It's easy to roast Mineta about how single and how desperate he is. But, dude, come on. Mineta's craving for a girlfriend rivals the craving of Bakugo for wanting the #1 hero spot. And look, we get it. Mineta's single, Mineta's desperate. But truth be told, ain't nobody in Class 1A ever reached it to first base. Heck, even a lot of the pro heroes, they're single too. So, statistically speaking, just based on ambition alone, because Mineta, he can fail 100 times but still not lose any of it. Just based on ambition alone, Minoru Mineta is the most likely to get married first out of the entire classroom. He is the most likely to get married first before anybody else. Yep. So, on this day, I shall now declare him as Win-Neta, because I'm giving him a W. Alright, so now, let's return back to our regular roasting method. Now we're going to talk about Sato, aka the Sugar Man. He's the one that can somehow find a way to turn diabetes into muscle. Go figure. He's walking around looking like a mustard bottle on steroids and the world's angriest banana. Alright, so now I gotta circle back around to Froppy right quick. She's out there wrapping her long tongue around people, around dirty clothes, around debris, around branches, around anything else in creation that she can think of for her next hero mission. But she better have several bottles of mouthwash just in case for some of that after mission taste. Next up, I gotta talk about Deku, aka Izuku Midoriya, aka Class 1A's Chia Pet. Alright, dude wants to save the world with a smile, yet he spends more than half the series crying. I swear, Deku injures himself a lot on the job. Please, when he becomes a pro hero, nobody better teach him what workers' comp means. Alright, now I got to address Katsuki Bakugo. Alright, somehow, the actual faculty is letting this angry blonde brat walking around the hallways with bomb-level explosions in his hands, yet the fact that we're calling him a student and not a terrorist is honestly baffling. Look, I need to remind you that he blew up a baby with a smile on his face. What the heck? Look, he wants to call himself #1, but a lot of #2 keeps falling from his mouth. Nothing screams heroism like someone calling themselves a murder god. Man, I'm feeling plus ultra today. Anyway, folks, that concludes my roast of My Hero Academia. I tried to roast as many students as I could, but y'all, there is a lot to digest with My Hero Academia. This video would have been going on so long if I tried to address every single character. I just couldn't. Anyway, look, I still love My Hero Academia. It's still one of my favorite animes of this day. And heck, I still have my Bakugo cosplay over there in the bag. It was a pleasure for me to wrestle and match as Bakugo. even if you look back on SSP's past, I did even do a spoof of Shout at the Devil as Bakugo, and if you haven't seen that video already, I'll leave that in the description below. Oh yeah, and I did defend my APW Carolinas Championship in 2021 while dressed as Deku for Halloween. So yeah, that happened. That was pretty cool. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. And if you like this video, please give it a big old thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. And if you haven't already, please subscribe for more. And until next time, make sure all of you remember to be outrageously optimistic year-round. Booyah! I'm out.